Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to your daily dose of the Holy Bible. Let's continue with the first book of Chronicles now. Saul's overthrow and death. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. The Philistines followed hard after Saul and after his sons, and the Philistines slew Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchishua, the sons of Saul. The battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was wounded of the archers. Then said Saul to his armor-bearer, Draw thy sword, and thrust me through therewith, lest these uncircumcised come and abuse me. But his armor-bearer would not, for he was sore afraid. So Saul took a sword, and fell upon it. And when his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise on the sword, and died. So Saul died, and his 3 sons, and all his house died together. When all the men of Israel that were in the valley saw that they fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, then they forsook their cities and fled. And the Philistines came and dwelt in them. And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. And when they had stripped him, they took his head and his armor, and sent into the land of the Philistines round about, to carry tidings unto their idols and to the people. And they put his armor in the house of their gods, and fastened his head in the temple of Dagon. And when all Jabesh Gilead heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, they arose, all the valiant men, and took away the body of Saul, and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh, and buried their bones under the oak in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his transgression which he committed against the Lord, even against the word of the Lord, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit, to inquire of it. Inquired not of the Lord, therefore he slew him, and turned the kingdom unto David the son of Jesse. David is anointed king of Israel and captures Jerusalem. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David and to Hebron, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. And moreover, in time past, even when Saul was king, thou wast he that led us out and brought us to Israel, and the Lord thy God said unto thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore came all the elders of Israel to the king of Hebron, and David made a covenant with them in Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel, according to the word of the Lord by Samuel. And David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus, where the Jebusites were, and the inhabitants of the land. And the inhabitants of Jebus said to David, Thou shalt not come hither. Nevertheless David took the castle of Zion, which is the city of David. And David said, Whosoever smite the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. So Joab the son of Zeruiah went first up, and was chief. When David dwelt in the castle, therefore they called it the city of David. And he built the city round about, even from Millo round about, and Joab prepared the rest of the city. So David waxed greater and greater, for the Lord of hosts was with him. David's mighty men. These also are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, whom strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom, and with all Israel, to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. And this is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jeshobeam, a Hachmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against 300 slain by him at one time. And after him was Eleazar the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mighties. He was with David at Pasdammim, and there the Philistines were gathered together in battle, where was a parcel of ground full of barley, and the people fled from before the Philistine. And they set themselves in the midst of that parcel, and delivered it, and slew the Philistines, and the Lord saved them by a great deliverance. Now 3 of the 30 captains went down to the rock to David, and to the cave of Adullam, and the host of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the hold, and the Philistines' garrison was then at Bethlehem. And David longed and said, Though that one would give me a drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, that is at the gate. And the 3 brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem, that was by the gate, and took it, and bowed to David. But David would not drink of it, but poured it out to the Lord, and said, My Lord, my God forbid it me, that I should do this thing. Shall I drink the blood of these men that have put their lives in jeopardy? For with the jeopardy of their lives they bought it. Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mightiest. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was chief of the three, for lifting up his spear against 300, he slew them and had a name among the three. Of the three, he was more honorable than the two, for he was their captain, albeit he attained not to the first three. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and slew a lion in a pit on a snowy day. And he slew an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high, and the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam, and he went out to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among the 3 mighties. Behold, he was honorable among the 30, but attained not to the first 3, and David set him over his guard. Also the valiant men of the armies were Asahel, the brother of Joab, Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Havorite, Helez the Pelonite, Ara, the son of Hikkish the Tekoite, Abiezer the Antothite, Sibbecai the Hushathite, Eli the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Gilad the son of Bana the Netophathite, Ithai the son of Ribai of Gibeah, and pertained to the throne of Benjamin, Benaiah the Parathonite, Hurai of the brooks of Gash, Abiel the Arbathite, Esmaveth the Baharumite, Eliabah the Shelbanite, the sons of Hashem the Gezanite, Jonathan the son of Shage the Herahite, Haim the son of Sakar the Herorite, Eliphal the son of Hur, Ephraim the Metrathite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro the Carmelite, Nari the son of Isbai, Joel the brother of Nathan, Mibhar the son of Hagri, Zelek the Ammonite, Nahari the Berothite, the armor-bearer of Job the son of Zuriah, Ura the Ithrite, Gerib the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Zabad the son of Adlai, Adina the son of Shiza the Reubenite, and captain of the Reubenites, and 30 with him, Hanan the son of Macha, and Jehoshaphat the Methite, Uzziah the Ashtorethite, Shammah and Jehiel the sons of Hotham the Aurorite, Jediel the son of Shimri, and Joha his brother the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, and Jerubai and Joshaviah the sons of Elnam, and Ithma the Moabite, Eliel and Nobed, and Jesiel the Mishabite. The men who helped David become king. Now these are they that came to David to Ziklag, while he yet kept himself close because of Saul the son of Kish, and they were among the mighty men, helpers of the war. They were armed with bows, and could use both the right hand and the left in hurling stones and shooting arrows out of a bow, even of Saul's brethren of Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Joash, then the sons of Shema, the Gibbethite, and Jeziel, and Pelet, the sons of Esmaveth, and Berechiah, and Jehu the Antothite, and Ismaiah the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30, and over the 30, and Jeremiah, and Jehaziel, and Johanan, and Josabad the Gederathite, Eluzai, and Jeremoth, and Bela, and Shemarah, and Shephatiah the Haruphite, Elkanah, and Jesiah, and Azareel, and Jozer, and Jeshobeam, the Korhites, and Jeliah, and Zebediah, the sons of Jeroham of Gedor. And of the Gadites that separated themselves unto David and to the wilderness men of might, and men of war fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, were as swift as ropes upon the mountains. Uzzah the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmannah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Machbenah the 11th. These were of the sons of Gad, captains of the host. One of the least was over 100, and the greatest over 1,000. These are they that went over Jordan in the first month, when it had overflown all his banks. They put to flight all them of the valleys, but toward the east and toward the west. And there came the children of Benjamin and Judah to the hold unto David. And David went out to meet them, and answered and said unto them, If ye be come peaceably unto me to help me, mine heart shall be none to you. But if ye be come to betray me to mine enemies, seeing there is no wrong in mine hands, the God of our fathers look thereon, and rebuke it. And the Spirit came upon Amasai, who was chief of the captains, and he said, Thine are we, David, and on thy side, thou son of Jesse, peace. Peace be unto thee, and peace be to thine helpers, for that God helpeth thee. That David received them, and made them captains of the band. And there fell some of Manasseh to David, when he came with the Philistines against Saul to battle, but they helped them not. For the lords of the Philistines, upon advisement, sent him away, saying, He will fall to smash Saul to the jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Siklag, there fell to him of Manasseh Adnah and Jozabad, and Jediel and Michael and Jozabad, and Elihu and Zilthai, captains of the thousands that were Manasseh. And they helped David against the band of the rovers, for they were all mighty men of valor, and were captains of the host. For at that time, day by day, there came David to help him, until it was a great host like the host of God. And these are the numbers of the bands that were armed to the war, and came to David to Hebron, to turn the kingdom of Saul to him, according to the word of the Lord. The children of Judah that bare shield and spear were 6,800 armed to the war. The children of Simeon, mighty men of valor for the war, 7,100. With the children of Levi, 4,600. And Jehoiada was the leader of the Aaronites, and with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young man of mighty of valor, and of his father's house 22 captains. Now of the children of Benjamin, the kindred of Saul, 3,000. For hitherto the greatest part of them had kept the word of the house of Saul. Of the children of Ephraim, 20,800, mighty men of valor, famous throughout the house of their fathers. And on the half tribe of Manasseh, 18,000, which were expressed by name, to come and make David king. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, expert in war, with all instruments of war, 50,000, which could keep rank, they were not of double heart. And of Naphtali, 1,000 captains, and with them with shield and spear, 37,000. And of the Danites, expert in war, 28,600. And of Asher, such as went forth to battle, expert in war, 40,000. On the other side of Jordan, of the Reubenites and the Gadites, of the half tribe of Manasseh, with all manner of instruments of war for the battle, 120,000. All these men of war that could keep rank came with a perfect heart to Hebron, to make David king over all Israel, and all the rest also of Israel were of one heart to make David king. And there they were with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their brethren had prepared for them. Moreover, that they that were nigh them, even unto Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought bread on asses, and on camels, and on mules, and on oxen, and on meat, meal, cakes of figs, and bunches of raisins, and wine and oil, and oxen, and sheep abundantly, for there was joy in Israel. That's all for today's daily dose of the Holy Bible. Be sure to join me tomorrow for another verse, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and night. See you next time.